My name is Simon Marinis. I work as the National Installation and Service Manager at SafeTech in Australia. Nowadays, there's a commitment from all levels of the supply chain to work safely. Back when I was younger, there was a lot of bravado, risk-adverse behaviour that was seen as a badge of honour. Thankfully, nowadays, every single stakeholder, the customer, the end user, they actually all applaud safe work practices. So in installation, when you're shutting down critical streets as an example, they only represent one theatre where installation takes place. So we're constantly in situations where it may be an airport, or it may be a bridge, or it may be a cultural landmark that we need to negate, find solutions for, and effectively for a short time shut it down to the owners, being the public or the community. So when you are installing in those types of environments, you have to have a commitment to operational excellence, and that can only be born out of a passion for harmony. So every single link, every single component, every single contact, tangible or intangible, that the installation crew have, not just the traffic management on the streets, not just the permits required from council, not just critical infrastructure like power lines, right down to the links in every single leg of chain that we're using, or every single sling. So the art of installation often can be seen to begin when the transport arrives with all the machinery and components that are ready for installation. But when we see that, what our eyes tell us is that it's a gift of strategy. So just to get that equipment to us, an entire crew of professionals in logistics and supply chain have selected the correct trailer and prime mover combination. They have selected the correct orientation of the components of the machinery, both X and Y axis. They've brought with them the correct lifting clutches, or prefabricated lugs have been orientated to what best suits us. So all of that we are aware of, and so there's a great respect of our responsibility to then turn all of that previous success into a fully installed and completed asset. During an installation, when members of the public, everybody connected to the plan, staff and contractors included, see the individual components lifted into the air, lifted over the top of buildings, lifted out of sight, and then installed and placed correctly and with precision, there can only ever be a collective sense of awe. These components are multi-ton. They are higher than the height of the standard man, way over 2 meters in overall height. The width is larger than your standard car, and they're handled with the delicacy of glass. Can only happen with an incredible team, with incredible trades-like qualities, and with incredible commitment. To arrive at that level where we are ready to commission the installed machine, at the granular level, why each of the installation team is a credit unto their own is because that we can only have that safe place when using tower cranes, mobile cranes, crawler cranes, bridge cranes, gantry cranes, block and tackle, engine cranes, skates and jacks, sometimes in combination, just as a day's work. The only way you get that out of your general workday and carry that as a sense of pride home with you is being part of an install crew. My thoughts on the evolution of the art of install is that eventually it will move to university accreditation and academic acceptance. There's too much need in the community for that type of service, and there's too much skill to deliver not to lead to that environment. The future of installation, in my view, will pair with technologies of the future in two specific areas. One, drone mapping. And the second one would be our friend AI. There will always be more and more work for the human, for the ability to think and critique. But AI in installation, in my view, will help us because we can simulate to a greater degree, and we can also process risk management to a finite level. In the field, there are assets that have been installed by current employees that are older than most of the other employees, i.e. 32 years old, 35-year-old machines, still commissioned correctly, still working, installed with a great amount of skill. To continue that can only be done when a bond is formed. Once you're in, you have a friendship for life and a memory that goes through your career. So what I would ask is that anyone that wants to feel that with us, we can only welcome with an open arm.